Hi, I'm Milkshake Matty and this is my crypto channel and we talk about everything crypto, and today we're talking about the Pi network because there's been some movements overnight. Yesterday, I made a video about the Pi network and about the issues it was having to do with external exchanges and how it was going to affect the price. I've woke up this morning and it's fell even more. We are now below 90 cents. Nothing I do here is financial advice. Please seek your own financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy on the internet with a beard talking to you about what I see and do. Nothing here is financial advice. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. I'm making crypto videos every single day, both here on YouTube and on TikTok. But if you found me today through scrolling, please hit that subscribe button. I'm making videos every day just for you. Before we get into this, I want to make it very clear. I like Pi network. I like Pi. Listen to what I'm telling you. Just because I'm delivering some negative news does not mean that I don't like the Pi network, because there seems to be some confusion. I saw on social media, on TikTok, because I was delivering some news that people didn't like to see, they automatically assumed that I don't like Pi network. Let me tell you, I am a Pi miner. I also have a network of miners within my network. I have over 3,000 people in my network. My mining rate can flex anywhere between 2.5 Pi a day to 3.5 Pi a day, depending on how many people out of my network are mining. I am in on Pi, make that clear. However, on my social media, what I do is I bring you what I'm seeing and what I'm thinking. And right now, things aren't right. Let me show you why I think they're not right. I don't think it's all bad news, but right now there are some creases that need to be ironed out, and ironed out quickly, in my opinion. This is the trading view charts for Pi network against the US dollar. As it stands right now, this moment, it is at $0.89. Yesterday, we finished on $1.06. The day before, we finished on $1.17. 2 days before that, we was $1.34. The day before that was $1.40. The day before that was $1.52. The day before that was $1.64, with a high that day of around $1.80. So you can see there is a downward trend. Now, to be fair to the Pi network, this is not all about them. The whole market has had a bit of a downturn. However, we need to make something very, very clear. When you look at the whole market over the week, the Pi network is the biggest loser in the top 100 cryptos by market cap. What you're looking at here behind me is the top 100 cryptos by market cap. And you can see Cake's been a big winner. Hex is down though, 25%. Pi network down 43% on the week. The majority of them are green, but there has been a difficult week. And a lot of these big gains have only been made over the last 2 days. So when some of them have recovered during the week, Pi network kept falling. So it's emphasized this drop. There was always having a bigger drop all week as the days went on, but the gap has got bigger and bigger and bigger as the week has moved. If we go and look at Coin Market Cap, this is a really interesting website. For those of you that don't use it, probably start using it. Go and have a look at it. It's free to use and it gives you a lot of information. So if we can see here, the current market cap is 6.1 billion. The 24-hour volume was half a million. Okay. Now, what's interesting to me is that so many of the Pi miners are selling this week. And if we delve a little bit deeper and we look at why we think that potentially could be, I think we might have the answers. Now, the core team at Pi are not doing themselves any favors at all by not answering some of the questions that are being asked. KYC, questions are being asked. The migration of their coins going backwards. Now, I know the reason that they have tried to fix an issue to do with the wallets. So they migrated people back, but the communication of that has been poor, right? It has been incredibly poor because I spend all day looking at crypto and I'm likely to find things quicker than the average person, okay? There are going to be people that are way more into Pi network than me. They're going to find things quicker. So I'm not saying I'm the oracle. I'm not saying I know everything. But if you take a general person that is into crypto, I'm going to find the information quicker. And it took me ages to find the information. Now, the answer they've given is actually really good. which is they're trying to stop a problem because some people were getting robbed from their wallets because their wallets were compromised. So they've migrated people's coins backwards. But because they haven't communicated it very well, people were left uncertain and they don't know what's happening because a part of their wallet has gone backwards, gone back to unverified or whichever pot it's gone into, and people have been concerned. And that concern spreads on social media. Personally, I think what they did was a very good idea because they were trying to stop people getting robbed because some people got robbed. Let's get it straight. They lost their Pi coins. Those wallets were compromised, so they've done a fix for it. But the communication on it has been poor. Then there's been the news breaking that Binance are not going to list the Pi network. And the reason they're giving is because they're unsure about the ownership structure of Pi network because multiples of the companies that bought into the mother company that runs and owns Pi are not Pi coin holders. And that is unheard of in crypto. You do not find businesses that are owning and running a cryptocurrency that don't hold a stock of that coin for themselves as an asset. And Binance highlighted it as being an issue. Now, there might be some very good reasons for this, but the silence coming out of the core team is deafening. What I'm taking from all this is that the biggest issue is probably not the ownership of Pi. It's probably not the coins getting migrated backwards. It's probably not that it's not going on to Binance. It's because the communication coming out isn't good enough. And because that communication isn't coming out that's good enough, it's creating uncertainty, and that uncertainty is spreading and spreading quickly. And that is forcing $500,000 worth of, I mean, just check that figure. Yeah, it was $560,000 worth of Pi network to get sold yesterday. Remember, the people that are selling it are the miners. Let's get it straight. So it's people that are holding it and going, oh, I don't know how I'm feeling about this. And as it's falling, they're getting more concerned. Now, remember, the fear and greed index is telling us that we're currently in a fear zone. So you can combine this uncertainty and the lack of information coming out of the core team, and it's convincing people to sell, and it's compounding the problem. So I think we need to hope that they're going to get their act together and get some better information out there, because I think the Pi network is a fantastic proposition, and they need to make sure that they're plugging these holes now when it comes to media communication. That, I believe, is their biggest fault right now. I get over 10 million views a month on TikTok. A huge percentage of those views are coming from people that are into the Pi network. And the number one asked question is, how do I sell my coins? It's the number one asked question. They're not asking what the price is going to be, or is it going to go up, is it going to go down? It is, how do I sell my coins? And there is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments every day asking that question. The other biggest problem is there is a huge amount of scammers operating on social media that are convincing people to get involved in all sorts of stupid schemes to go and sell their Pi for ridiculous numbers, which is never going to happen. But because people are so desperate to sell, they're falling for these scams. But don't fear not. If you are thinking about selling your Pi network coins, I'm going to show you the safe way to do it where you don't have to worry about getting scammed. There is a link in the description of this video, and also on all my bios and all my socials. And within that link there is a link to this website, which is MEXC, or MEXC, okay? Now, if you use that link that I use, you also get some sign-up bonuses as well. But listen to what this is. What you need to do is transfer your Pi network coins to this website, to this exchange, sorry. Once you've done that, you can convert it into USDT, and then you can send that anywhere you want. You can send it to any exchange that you've got, any of the major ones like a Coinbase or a Crypto.com or a Revolut or any of the big boys. You can send it there and then cash it out into your bank. That is the way that you do it. Please, please, please stop falling for all these scam websites and the scammers on social media that are offering you ridiculous figures for your Pi network coins. It's not true. They are trying to scam you. You can also leave the USDT parked there if you want. If you don't want to cash out into your bank, but you feel like now is a good time for you to sell because that's the decision you're making after looking at the information that's been given you, then you can convert it into USDT and leave it there and park until you're ready. You might want to buy back in at a lower price if you feel it's going to drop even further, or you might want to go and buy some different crypto, or just leave it there and sit there until the time's right for you to do something with it. But at least you're now got a method where you can be in control and not get scammed, because the amount of people getting scammed on social media to do with their Pi Network coins is unbelievable. But the method is really simple. Go to the MEXC link that's in the description of this video or in all of my social bios. Transfer it from your wallet into there, convert that into USDT. You've then officially sold your Pi Network coins, either all of them or a percentage of them, whatever you feel you need to do. And then you can make your decision. Do you leave it as USDT parked, or do you send it to an exchange to go and cash out into your bank? You have that option. You're fully in control. I'm really excited about the Pi Network. I genuinely am. I think that the ecosystem that they've developed is really smart and really clever and groundbreaking. I think the way that they get people involved into the mining is unique and really smart. They've just got to get this right now so that people don't lose faith. I haven't lost faith. I like the Pi Network, but I can see by my social medias, because I'm blessed with such a large number of views and such a large number of comments, I can see people losing interest, and I can see people desperately looking for ways to sell their Pi Network coins. But let me know in the comments how you feel. Are you feeling positive? Are you feeling bullish? Or are you feeling bearish and you want to get out? Let me know in the comments. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be bringing you Pi Network as well as other cryptocurrency news every single day, both here on YouTube and on my TikTok. I'll be seeing you on the next one.